Oh, this week is definitely wearing me thin. At least my patience, anyway. Well, here's the thing. I know that throughout the course of this video, I'm going to be feeling a lot better. Just like yesterday, probably. But I'd rather not have it come to that, you know? I'd rather start off a video on a happier, personality setting, if you will, and go from there. But yesterday was not a good day. No. In fact, a third of it was wasted on what my low is. So, here's what wound up happening. I'm in Corning, and I'm actually driving over, the namesake of Bridge Street. I'm driving over the bridge, if you will. And then, all of a sudden, yep, I got a flat tire. And here's the thing. I didn't have my phone on me either because I try and practice the whole don't talk while you drive thing, which is honestly something that we all should really get on. I mean, here's the thing. My car has Bluetooth, but I still don't really trust it, okay? Like, my policy is unless someone is dying, do not call me when I'm driving. That honestly should be the policy for everyone, but that's not how it works. So, long story short, I'm not going to get my car back until later today. I mean, I thought I would need, I didn't think I would need my keys. So, I gave him my keys wholesale and, left it there and, I gotta wait until tomorrow. And it's fine. My father let me borrow, his car for the rest of the day, which is fine. I mean, it's only gonna be for a day. It's not gonna kill anyone. Here's the thing though. I got all the way to Walmart before I realized without the rest of my keys on, my keychain, I can't get back inside my apartment. So I had to drive all the way back to the car dealership and get my keys. And then go back home. Can it be Friday yet, please? Oh, wait. Today is Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. Right, I need to do my high and act of kindness, don't I? Well, if I could take anything away from yesterday, and this is legitimately important. I mean, here's the thing. I always sort of had some idea how to change a tire on a car, because, I have a spare. But you never think that you have to do it. But, again, sadly, that's not how it works. So, the point is, I know how to change, a tire for a car. I mean, again, it took a while for me to figure out, as I'm sure it probably does a lot of people, because, again, changing a tire on a car is just something you never think you have to do until, it happens. But, as bad as yesterday was, like, I have that experience now. I know that should I ever get another flat tire, and provided I have a working spare, I have the means and the knowledge to fix the problem, albeit, temporarily. Because, again, because here's the thing, I was all the way in Corning, and the car dealership I had to go to was in Horseheads. So, yeah, it's not like I had to travel far from Elmira to Horseheads to get back my keys. But here's the thing. On the spare tire, you can't go faster than 50 miles an hour. So on the highway, I had to turn, those tailgate blinkers on for people to pass by me. And my father was cool about it. He saw me through, the rest of what was going on. But he called me on, because he brought my phone to me, by the way. He called me and said, "What's wrong with your car?" I'm like, "I can't go faster than 50 miles an hour," because I read the instructions on the tire, you see. She's like, "Oh." So, yeah. Kind of a long drive back. Yesterday was not a good day. But, I have the experience. I know how to better change a tire. I mean, I'm still going to be utterly disgusted and angry should I ever need to do it again. But, I have that experience now. So that's nice. And experience is something that you can't really, take away. As for my act of kindness, well, funny enough, the act of kindness involved me in the flat tire in the first place. I was actually going to get coffee for my grandmother, but, again, I got the flat tire, so I at least try to do something nice. So, and, there are other highs I had yesterday, too. The new episode of Hot Ones came out. Even though I don't like the Eagles, I was right about them winning. So, yeah, yesterday really was not a great day, but I actually got some important things out of it, which is nice. So, there you go. So now I can finally say good morning and happy Friday, everybody. Yeah, so apparently Matthew McConaughey wrote a book called Green Light, in which he spent 52 days out in the desert with no electricity, and he kept a 36-year-old diary, and he wrote a book about it. That is incredibly dope, I'm not gonna lie. So yes, normally when a guest appears on Hot Ones, they are there for something to promote and whatever. And in this case, it was his new book called Green Lights, which, again, is a book that he wrote, spending 52 days out in the desert with no electricity. So, no distractions. That's really cool. I mean, here's the thing. I've always wanted to write a book myself. In fact, I've sort of been doing it on and off. But no electricity, man. I don't think I could do that. I could not do that. Nope. I mean, yeah, I know. I'm soft. I could handle some things without. I mean, actually, you know what? I can't make a video without electricity either, so I really do not know how I would go about doing it. Because, batteries have electricity in them, so, that's how it would work. So there was a lot of really interesting things I learned about Matthew McConaughey. For one thing, I learned that he's an alumni of the University of Texas. He's also the Minister of Culture at the University of Texas, as well as he actually, I knew this about him, but I didn't know what specifically it was about. See, believe it or not, Matthew McConaughey is also a teacher at the University of Texas. Yeah, he is. He's actually he teaches this one class where you basically learn the science of first writing a screenplay, and you follow that process up until the final product, a.k.a. the movie, is officially made. And the one thing that he actually talked about that was really interesting, that, I guess I kind of knew, but, after hearing it from the proverbial horse's mouth, it makes all the more sense. What the screenplay is and what the final product movie is are incredibly different from beginning to end. There are so many changes that go from one product to another that you'd almost think it's unrecognizable. That's one of the main issues I would ever have with writing a script. To be honest, now, ladies and gentlemen, I have no idea how to write a screenplay. I don't know how to do any of that. Believe me, if I would, I'd be doing that for a living. But I don't. if I ever did do something like that, I really don't know how I'd be able to handle like so much criticism and negativity involving, getting that final product out there. I really do not think I know how to handle myself. Because, I mean, it's my thing. But I guess I would have to grin and bear. That's why, honestly, if I ever, was, involved in show business, it really would just be, acting and entertainment. I mean, if I had the opportunity to collaborate with a director or something, I'd be okay with doing that. But, because, it'd be a collaborative effort, if I could say something that, who I'm collaborating with disagrees with and vice versa. And, I can handle that just fine. Because in the end, collaboration involves cooperation. And in order to cooperate, you got to take things one at a time, be willing to compromise, stuff like that. So that'd be okay. But writing a screenplay from start to finish like that would just completely destroy me. Because I don't know how I'd be able to handle, any giant, change there. I mean, I barely know how to write dialogue. Much less write an entire screenplay, the setting. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. The sun is right. The camera pans to the sunrise going on. I do not know if I have, the imagination and, the detail and trying to, get every single thing out there. So, yeah, I have thought about doing it, of course, but no. I mean, again, I'm more of someone who'd rather be, the goofy, gullible sidekick kind of guy. Well, I shouldn't say that. I mean, yeah, I could be a gullible sidekick character, but, I could be a leading guy, I think. I mean, I like to believe that even though I'm far from perfect, that I'm capable of doing some things. I'm only human, I know there's some things that I can't do and handle, but I know for a fact there's some things that I can. Life is a learning process. You gotta learn to be able to, learn to be able to, adapt and accept that. And I like to believe I have. Holy cow, I really am starting to feel better. Yeah, well, again, maybe it is because it's Friday and, it's just been one of those weeks. But that does remind me, and I said this the other day, when it comes involving the class and session videos, I said that if it was a holiday weekend, I screwed it up, but Columbus Day weekend was the day I wasn't supposed to do it, but I did. So to make up for it, I didn't do one last week. This week, I know for a fact, tomorrow, I do, in fact, want to do a class and session video, unless something comes up, in which case I'll let you know, probably on the moment of truth. But here's the thing I'm contemplating. Because when I was at Horseheads, and I said this before, I took Global 1 and Global 2. There was, a select group of teachers that were, really close. And there's one teacher that was really close to my Global 2 teacher. That I did have, not one, but both of this teacher's classes. And I really do want to talk about it. But considering how I feel, and I am going to need to talk about this eventually, and technically I have talked about it before. At some point, I do want to rip the Band-Aid off and talk about the class I had, whether it was at Horseheads or at Trinity Pauling, although you'll know exactly who it is when I talk about it, if I ever talk about it tomorrow, or later, who knows. This particular class I'm thinking of about talking about tomorrow had the worst teacher I ever had. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Which probably makes you think, that's an interesting thing. Do you really want to talk about that? Well, I mean, a part of me wants to rip off that proverbial Band-Aid, get it over with. But at the same time, I don't know. So, unless something happens or something important happens to change my mind, there is going to be a class in session video tomorrow. But as to what class I'm referring to, I need to let you know. Or, well, you'll know what it is tomorrow when it happens. So, prepare for that, because if I do talk about that particular class I just mentioned, it's going to be pretty big. I mean, I would save it for last, but, Here's the thing, though. I thought about saving it for last, but I want to end this. But I do not want to end the class and session videos on a negative note. That's why I'm contemplating on doing it now. But the question is, if I don't save that one for last, what am I going to talk about then for the very last one? You know what? I think I can make it work. I'll think of something. So, I guess, for better or for worse, prepare yourselves. Like, favorite, share, hit the subscribe button. Follow me on the social media platforms, share notifications on YouTube. I am very humbled I made this video for all of you guys to watch and enjoy for today. And hopefully you have a wonderful, wonderful Friday. And remember, if you guys want to talk or chat, I'm always going to be here to lend an ear. And I'll always have your back. Take care and make good choices. See ya.